What is up, Yu-Gi-Oh fans? I'm of course the Joker, and I am back again today, as promised, bringing you guys my budget Trickstar deck profile, which I mentioned in my opening that I got from Dark Magician 81. He sent me a letter, which actually, when I opened it, it was just the amazing stuff I absolutely needed for this deck, because that's what he said he was going to send me, and it just arrived sooner than I thought. So I'm super excited that I got to get all those cards sooner than I thought, and because of him sending me those cards, and because of a mate selling me his Trickstar deck for 60 bucks, I've been able to put this deck together, which functions pretty well as a budget deck. I mean, I don't have Ash because I can't afford it, and I don't have the triple Droll in lock, I don't have the Wind Witch engine yet, but you know, I am looking at trying to get those eventually down the line. But for the meantime, this is my budget Trickstar deck profile, and I really hope you guys do enjoy it. And if you haven't already checked out Dark Magician 81, make sure you do at the end of this video. And check out that opening that I did if you really want to check that out. You know, there'll be links to that as well as his channel in the description down below, because it's all thanks to him that I'm actually able to build this deck, as well as my mate. But, you know, he doesn't have a channel, so of course I got to be shouting out to Dark Magician 81. And, you know, thanks to the members of my team, Dual Society X, you know, they actually, hopefully I pronounced your name right. I don't even know if he'll watch this, but I mean, thanks to him actually giving me some pointers on this deck, and a lot of my teammates giving me pointers on this deck. You know, I gotta give a shout out to them as well, so there'll be a link to my Dual Society X channel in the description down below, as well as my team's Facebook channel, Dual Society X, so check both of them out if you really want to do that. There'll be links to them in the description down below, as I said. But without further ado, let's just get right into this deck profile, shall we? So, for the monster lineup in the way of Trickstars, I am running the triple Candina, the triple Lycoris, and the one Lilybell. Now, to explain the reason why I run this exact setup, because you pretty much see this in a lot of decks, but I mean, Candina is your searcher, Lycoris is your burner, and the reason I run that one Lilybell instead of two is because, unlike my other versions where it was a lot of draw heavy, and I did think, you know, of bumping Lilybell up to two, this is the non-draw heavy version of this deck, which I feel is, it works a lot better than my draw heavy, because Droll and Lock can stop it potentially less, and you know, I can protect myself for a lot longer with this particular build. But I mean, Lilybell is still nice at 1, and I guarantee still running at 1, because, you know, it's that direct damage of 800, and this can potentially help you win a lot of games. I mean, when I was playtesting this deck before I got all the other cards that I really needed, Lilybell really saved me a lot of time. So, of course, run that Lilybell. I mean, if you don't have some of these other cards, bump Lilybell up to 2 if you really want. But then, moving on to the hand traps that I can afford for this deck, because this is the budget version. I've got that one Maxi for that draw power, the double Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit for that destruction, and I'm running the double Honest because, you know, it's one of the really nice old school hand traps that is pretty budget. I mean, I've had this since the whole Light Swan structure deck, if you guys remember that. So, I mean, these are just the hand traps I've been able to get. Hopefully, I do, you know, hope to get Ash and Droll and Lockbird one day. Triple playset of both of them, and, you know, that'll make this deck a lot better. But until then, of course, as I said, this is the budget deck profile that really can pull off some spicy plays and is really fun to play. But that's actually it for the monster lineup. Moving on to the spell lineup, you got to be running that triple Light Stage, because Light Stage is your, you know, your searcher, your burner. It's just absolutely amazing. The triple Terraforming to search Light Stage, don't run this at 2, don't run it at 1. You got to be running it at 3. Then I'm running the double Dark Room of Nightmare. Now, if I had a third one of these, of course I'd be bumping up to 3. Sadly, I don't have a third one. I am looking at trying to get a third one. I've literally looked at all my card stores. I've asked them all, and you know, none of them have a Dark Room of Nightmare for trade. So hopefully I'll probably just have to get it off someone else, but hopefully I do get it soon. And then you've got to be running that triple Chain Summoning, the amount of combos you can go off. If you have a Lycoris and a Candina, or if you have just, you know, double Trickstar, Light Stage, or if you have Candina and a Light Stage and Chain Summoning, you know, as long as you've got equivalent of like the Chain Summoning, a way to get Lycoris, or already Lycoris and Candina, or a way to get Candina, you know, you're going to be just going for the amazing plays right there. So I run 3 of that. And you know, unlike my Dueling Book profile where I was running double Summon at 3, I'm actually running at 2 in this deck because I needed room for other things. And, you know, the triple of this, when I was testing myself with hands and all that, because I always do that a lot, as everyone should. I mean, every time I was doing it, I was bricking with like double of these and not enough monsters, so I bumped this down to 2, still kept Chain Summoning at 3 because Chain Summoning is just a lot better. And then for my last spells, I'm of course running that double pose eyes. This is literally the only other draw power in the deck. It's a lot of search power, but I mean, this is the only draw power we really get from the deck. Because, you know, unlike my Dueling Book profile, where I was using a lot of draw heavy cards, when I went to test that out a lot more, and, you know, I went to test against meta people that were running Dueling Lock, like I specifically asked for that, I just found that the deck was keep on destroying. Like, I even went to a locals before this deck was even completely finished, before I even had the Disturbance strategy and all the other stuff that I really needed for this deck, and I was running the Into the Voids, the Dark World Dealings, the triple Poe Desires, and, you know, Droll Lockbird just absolutely stopped me. So of course, you know, I've bumped this down to 2, and it, you know, it works a lot better. And, you know, like, even just the playtesting of hands, it already works a lot better with that. I haven't playtested against anyone else because, you know, I only just got a lot of these cards today. But I mean, you know, I'll definitely playtest now. I'll tell you guys, you know, how well it goes, you know, probably one other day or in the comment section down below. But then for my last 2 spells, I'm running that 1 Regeki and the 1 Dark Hole. Now, I do know Regeki's not budget, but I mean, I've had Regeki for ages. So, I mean, it's just one of the cards that always goes in. That's what I mean, like, this is my budget of this deck. I mean, this is just stuff I've had always. So, I mean, I haven't need to put extra money into this deck. I've literally put, like, $60 into this deck. Got some of the other stuff through trades. Got Dark Magician 81 sending me these cards. So, literally, if you think about it, I've only spent the $60 for this deck, which is just absolutely insane for me, but of course I absolutely love that. And I mean, that to me is just absolutely insane, the fact that Dark Magician A1 sending me these cards, and because of that, I'm of course super excited. I just had to show you guys this deck, because, you know, I want to keep on playing this at my locals now. As soon as I get this deck even better, you know, I'm going to continue to keep on playing it. But then, now we're just moving on to the traps. I mean, I've got, for my burning, I've got the triple reincarnation. Reincarnation is really nice. I mean, I can't believe I picked up from my mate for $60 triple playset them. And, well, I mean, picked up the playset of them, and then, you know, Dark Magician A1 sent me that one still. So, of course, I just had to put that actually into the deck. And I already can tell the difference because it's the one that's least bent, which I absolutely love. Then I'm running the triple Disturbance strategy, because the main focus of my version of this deck is a lot of burning, a lot of draw power and burn. So that's why I like running the triple. And I know which one's his is the one that's least damage, because the other two, the one that's most damage I've had for ages, and the second one I only just got recently, but the one that's least damaged, I know it's from him, Dark Magician A1. And then I actually decided, why not put in the double presence card? And I know, like, not many people run this, but you gotta keep in mind, this is the non-hand trap heavy version. This is the which engine version of this deck profile. I mean, if you've got them, definitely run them, but sadly I don't have them. I mean, which really does suck. But I mean, I prefer sometimes running present card. And I figured, why not run this at 2? I wouldn't run this at 3. 2 is just perfect, especially since I've now got the Disturbance strategy. If I didn't have Disturbance strategy, I would be running this at 3. But I mean, present card is really nice. I mean, if I go, let's say, second right, and my opponent knows that I'm running Trickstars and primarily gets all the cards that they possibly can set, if I activate present card at the very end, it can really help me out. So, I mean, it's just really nice. And I know it's only a once per turn, that's why I only run the 2. And then for my last traps, you know, I got to be running that Solemn Brigade for that protection. I call this the Solemn Brigade because, you know, it's the double Solemn Strike and the double and the 1 Solemn Warning. So it really does help me out. Now, I don't have any of that Mirror Force in this deck. I don't have Blazing Mirror Force. I just can't pick up Blazing Mirror Force. And also, I don't really feel as if I should pick up a lot of the Mirror Force cards. They don't really work so well in this deck. I mean, comment down below what you guys think on the whole Mirror Forces in this deck, or if anything that I really do need to pick up for this deck. You guys help me and I help you, so I mean, it's a whole Yu-Gi-Oh communication of helping each other, and that's what I really love to see. But I mean, I'm of course just getting into this deck even more, and I'm loving it even more. I'm improving as best as I possibly can, but I mean, I'm always trying to make my decks better for you guys and more efficient. So I mean, if you guys have tips of things that I don't know, you know, feel free to comment down below. I'm always happy to learn new things. But then for my extra deck, in my extra deck I don't really go into that much because, you know, this is, as I said, the more burn equivalent version, but just as like a few random burn cards I actually do like, this is the burn lineup I actually went with. So I'm running that I'm running actually double Trickstar Black cat bat. I mean, you only need one, but I'm running two because I actually got two off a awesome person. I went into a tournament and, you know, I said to him, do you have any of these Trickstar cards? He lent me the double black cat, the Holy Angel, and a Lilybell. And Lilybell did really help me in that tournament. And by the end of it, I said, do you guys, hey man, okay, so check out my trade folder. He didn't actually want anything, sadly. He was looking for more like OTS stuff and all that. So, you know, I just said, what if I just give you my, you know, Spirit Warriors pack? Because I know I should probably open it for you guys. And I mean, the next tournament I go to, I'll probably keep it for myself, or, you know, later on open it and just open up a whole bunch if that's what you guys really want to see. But you gotta keep in mind, my primarily thing was trying to build this deck for you guys, because I mean, I do like opening up packs sometimes, but sometimes I don't. I prefer to do these in real life deck profiles for you guys, because I know you guys will appreciate them a lot more. So my main thing was just getting Trickstars for this deck, and he really helped me out. So of course I went to get these. And then, you know, because I already had them in the deck, I went Proxy and Decode. I didn't even go into any of my extra deck for the entire tournament. But I mean, just in case, I got that one Abyss, the one Gaga Cowboy, the one Silent Honorarch, the one Dark Rebellion, Diamond Direwolf, Gaga Samurai, Heartland Draco, Equipped Agonier, Fortune Tune, and Granastosaurus. And I mean, if you guys have the better rank 3 like Acid Golem, if you've got the, you know, Phantom Knight and all that, run them instead. I'm trying to get this deck as best as I possibly can, but as I said, this is my budget, and this is what pretty much was lying around in my folders and all that, and that's why I've been able to make it. I didn't even go into this extra deck, but it still can be pretty fun. I mean, I like using these sleeves. The sleeves in general is why I really like using this off. But that's it for the main end extra. Now moving on to the final part of the deck, which of course is the side. And before I actually go into the side, I do want to mention this card right here, Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. Dark Magician 81 sent me this card, and man, I'm thankful and so happy you sent me this card. Currently though, I'm not putting it in my side deck, and the only reason is because I've only got the one, but as soon as I get the second one, you know, hopefully I get real soon, or, you know, hopefully I'm able to get one, I'll improve my extra deck into, you know, going against ABC, going against Spiral Double Helix, and going against all those other decks. But I mean, until I get all that other stuff, you know, this is going to be staying in a very special folder of mine where I keep all my special stuff from, you know, amazing people. Of course, this is going to be put in my special folder, you know, just from you. And, you know, it's going to be staying there until I get another Ghost Reaper. And I just really want to say thank you to him for that. But, you know, with the side deck that I'm currently running, I'll give you guys reasons on why I'm running particular cards and all that. So I'm running double DD Crow against those, Spirals against those, you know, decks that involve a lot of graveyard effects. Double Artifact Lancer, you know, Cosmos. And this also can hurt Spirals when they want to banish a lot of their stuff. The Kaiju Slumber lineup of the triple Kaiju monsters and the one Slumber, because I had room in this to just put it in, so I figured why not. When I get that Ghost Reaper, I'll probably take this out and just put in, you know, 2 Kaijus and then double Ghost Reaper, or try to primarily go into more hand traps with this deck. Then for my spells, for that back row removal, I got to be running that triple Cosmic Cyclone. And then because of the only card that I can possibly come up with, the thing that goes around hand traps, use it against they even use it. I mean, double exchange, I got this in secret rev, so I'm super happy about that. I mean, until we get something that works a lot better against hand traps, I just feel exchange can really help me out. I mean, I don't see a lot of people run it, so when you do run it, it's like a really confusing thing. It really flips them, it really like stops them in their tracks for a little bit, because it really confuses that you're running it. And then, you know, my last side deck card, of course, has to be that double anti-spell fragrance against those pendulums, against those annoying spell heavy decks, and just all that stuff in general. But that is actually it for my Trickstar deck profile. I mean, I really hope you guys did enjoy this deck profile. If you've got any tips or anything you want to say down below of how I should probably improve this deck, feel free to comment down below. You know, I'll take your advice. I will improve this deck as best as I possibly can. And as always, if there is any other decks, tips, or just any Yu-Gi-Oh related content you guys want me to make in the future, make sure you comment your ideas down below, or hit me up on Facebook, Discord, or even Twitter. And, you know, I'll talk to you guys as quick as I possibly can. I'll chat with you guys, and all the links to that stuff will be in the description down below. You know, if I'm able to make any of the content that you guys want me to make, I'm happy to make it, because that's what I love doing. But of course, that actually ends it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, make sure to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel for more content like this. check out those channels I did mention. There will be links to them in the description down below. But of course, that ends it for this video, as I said. And of course, till the next one, I hope you guys all have fun dueling. And that of course ends it for me, the Joker. And of course, see you guys next time.